What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be pretty cool. We got my mom's 2018 Audi Sq5 that we're going to be doing an oil change on. Most of the videos that are online show people extracting the oil, and I'm old school. I don't want to do the extraction. I want to actually drain the oil out from that bottom of the oil pan. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to explain to you guys in this video how it's done. All right, guys, so first step, we're gonna go ahead and remove this top cover. You're just gonna basically yank up pretty firmly, straight up on the front there, and then straight up on these back corners. It's got 4 total plugs, which I can show you here once it's removed. Those are actually gonna be the spots, which I can't see because of the camera. These are gonna be the actual locking pins that lock that in. So yeah, go ahead and pull up on those. Like I said, do it in a pulling up motion so that you don't break the bottom pins on this plastic. Next step, guys, we're gonna remove the oil fill cap. All right, guys, so I did this step off camera, but I'm gonna show you here. Underneath the car, you have like little jack points. It looks a little bit weird. They're kind of like some basically like pointed sections. You wanna like put your jack basically on that area. I can show you here on the rear as well because the jack isn't on there, but they're those little rigid sections right here that you're gonna kind of center your jack on. But yeah, guys, okay, guys, this bottom tray I've already removed off camera, but it's gonna have these bolts here. This was actually put on aftermarket by the people that we bought it from, so I don't think these are original, but you can see those are the bolts that came out for me to be able to remove it. They were 10 millimeters, and I can show you kind of the little spots here where they bolt into. There's one there, there's one here. You can see on the front, there's one here, there's one here. And then if I come over here as well, there's one here, there's one here. And then there's gonna be some that are in the back as well. I know there was one there as well. But yeah, guys, just keep that in mind that you'll have to remove those to be able to get that bottom piece off. Okay, guys, coming under the car here, you can see we have access now to the oil pan. This is gonna be the actual drain plug. You can see there's a little bit of residue around there. I do recommend replacing this copper washer each time you do an oil change. You can get away with reusing it, but you will most likely have a little bit of residue there. But yeah, that is the drain bolt, guys. The drain bolt size, guys, is gonna be a T45. I actually have the socket here. Not sure if I can show you on camera, but yeah, it's a T45 right there. And it's gonna fit right inside of there. All right, guys, so the oil filter location, you can see it is right there. That's the reason we removed this top plastic piece earlier. But the size for it, it calls for a 32. The size that I have, though, I have a 1 1/4, I believe it is. And this fits. So let me see if I can show you here the size. You can see 1 1/4. But if I put it on there, it does fit on there. So if you do have that, you could use it. Just be careful to not booger up the end. The other thing you can use too, you could use a crescent wrench if you have a crescent wrench that's big enough. But yeah, guys, just keep that in mind. It is plastic. There is a torque spec to it, which I will mention here shortly, but just do keep that in mind. Be careful on that housing. I've seen a lot of people damage those. All right, guys, we're removing the drain plug here. One thing that I will mention, this plug was very, very loose, guys. So make sure whenever you put yours on, snug it up tight. You don't want to go too tight because this is aluminum. And yeah, as you can see, I am going to get messy doing this. So just keep that in mind, guys, that you're going to get messy. Hopefully it doesn't spray everywhere. That would stink. Okay, so let's pull that out. Put this over here, throw my cloth. Ooh, straight down. Yeah, guys, just keep that in mind. Be careful. You will get a little bit of oil on your fingers. These are the products that we are using for today's oil change, guys. This oil change calls for, I believe it's 7 quarts total. You can see this is the oil filter that we're gonna be using as well. This is a Fram brand. You can see there is the oil filter number. But yeah, just figured I'd show you the products that we're using in today's video. You can get most of this stuff at your local auto parts store, O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto. You can even pick it up at Walmart. So just keep that in mind, guys. All right, guys, we went ahead and cracked that loose. I'm gonna grab my rag here. I'm gonna lay this here because I don't want to get any oil in this engine bay. But yeah, once it's loose, just go ahead and spin it, spin it, spin it. Throw this tool down there. Just gonna pull straight up. We're doing this as we are letting the oil drain from the bottom. But yeah, and I have my pan here to be able to not get any sort of oil in the engine bay.
All right, so now that we have the old oil filter removed out of there, we got it kind of cleaned up. You can see I've removed the old O-ring off camera and installed the new O-ring. You can see there it's on that bottom side there. Yeah, just keep in mind you'll want to kind of push this O-ring, make sure it's all the way down on the bottom, seated properly. The other thing you'll want to do is take this oil filter. It is a different one than the one that we removed. You can see it's a little bit different, but it will work. But you'll just kind of push that in there till it pops in, and then we'll bring this up here. We'll bring this in here, and we'll kind of just slide it in there. You kind of have to line it up just right. I apologize not letting you guys see. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and put this in there now. Kind of have to line it up properly. We're just gonna kind of be careful with this. Make sure not to cross thread. It's not spinning on properly. Make sure to be careful because you don't want to cross thread those threads, meaning the threads aren't aligning properly. I recommend screwing it on with your hand first, like that, and then grab your tool. And then you're going to use your socket wrench to go ahead and snug it up. And like I said, there is a torque spec on this. I am not going to use a torque wrench for it, but I will just go ahead and tighten it up this way. Go ahead. All right, guys, we're installing our drain bolt back in there. We're gonna go ahead and tighten this back up, put our wrench on there. We don't wanna go too tight, guys. This is aluminum, but we do wanna crush that crush washer that's on there and make sure that it is nice and snug so we don't have any sort of leaks. So that should be nice and good there, guys. All right, guys, so we're gonna grab our funnel here and insert it in the top there in the oil fill. We're gonna grab our 0W20 fully synthetic Mobil 1 oil here. We're gonna go ahead and get it started pouring in. There, make it like. Okay, so real quick, the car itself takes 7.7 quarts. So if you look here, each one has 5 quarts. So we're just doing the math. We've already poured in one full one.
5.
So that's 5 quarts. So what we're gonna do here is on this measurement, if you see here, we're gonna use another quart, and a little bit of, I would say probably to there we'll pour in. So just keep that in mind if you're using 2 5 quarts, that you're gonna use one full one and then 2 and like a quarter of the next one. All right, so we just drew a line to kind of help you guys out. You can see it's not quite halfway, but yeah, just wanted to keep that in mind for you guys so that we have the right amount of oil, because these things do not have dipsticks, which I don't know what kind of dip was making this, but yeah, I always recommend putting a dipstick because that electronic stuff doesn't cut it. All right, guys, we just got the bottom of the tray put back on. You can see a bolt there. There's a bolt there. There's another bolt that's down there. So there's 3 that's on the front side. And then you're gonna have one that's there in the middle, which I'm sorry, the lighting's not the best. You're gonna have another one that's there. And then you'll have one that's there, but I have a zip tie because I'm missing it. And then you'll have another one that's back there. But yeah, guys, just wanted to kind of show that to you on how to be able to remove that cover and get it back installed.
All right, guys, so we are inside the 2018 Audi Sq5. I want to show you real quick on how to reset the oil, basically, service. You'll click basically on the vehicle there. In order to get there, you'll actually click on menu. Menu will bring you to this main screen. Roll the wheel till it's on vehicle. Click the wheel in, select vehicle. Then we're going to click this whole, we're going to grab the wheel and we're going to click it to the left here, the whole wheel. Once it does that, it'll bring up this screen here. From there, we can actually go to service checks. Service checks, we'll click on it. We'll then go check the oil level, of course, which you can see the oil level is in between. From there, we're gonna go to service intervals. Click on service intervals, and from there, you can actually reset the oil light. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching.